This copyrighted recording is licensed by Major League Baseball. Any reproduction or other commercial use of this recording in whole or part is prohibited. This is Ken Coleman speaking. We present for you another complete game from the Miley Collection. We hope that you enjoy.
Good afternoon, baseball fans. This is Herb Carneal, along with Bob Prince, welcoming you to Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota, and the 1965 All-Star Baseball Game. Brought to you by Gillette, maker of the incomparable Gillette stainless steel blade, the world's sharpest, easiest shaving, #1 in sales by far, and the slim adjustable razor, foamy shaving cream, Right Guard deodorant, and Sun Up aftershave.
And by Chrysler Corporation, makers of the new 1965 Plymouth, Dodge trucks, Chrysler, and Imperial, all quality engineered by Chrysler Corporation.
For your listening pleasure, Gillette and Chrysler will also bring you the World Series in the 1966 Rose Bowl game over most of the same stations. Well, from Metropolitan Stadium here in Bloomington, Minnesota, the home of the American League Minnesota Twins, we want to welcome you to the 36th in the long and colorful series of All-Star games between the National League and the American League All-Stars. And as most of you know, after the first 35 games have been played, the tally sheet now reads the American League 17 wins, the National League 17 wins. There has been one tie, and of course no game was played in the war year of 1945. So we're certainly looking forward with great anticipation to the 36th game here in this ballpark, the home of the Minnesota Twins, and one club certainly will break the tie. Let's give you the starting lineup now for the home American League club, managed by Al Lopez. With his coaches, he will have Sam Mealy, the manager of the host team here, the Minnesota Twins, and also from the White Sox own staff, Al Lopez has selected Don Gutteridge. Leading off for the American League today at shortstop from the Detroit Tigers will be left-handed batting Dick McAuliffe. McAuliffe at shortstop. Batting in the #2 spot from the Baltimore Orioles and playing at third base will be Brooks Robinson, the American League's most valuable player of last year. Brooks Robinson at third. In the #3 spot and from the Minnesota Twins at first base will be Harmon Killebrew. In the cleanup spot for the American League from the Cleveland Indians, Rocky Colavito will be in right field. Detroit's fine rookie left fielder Willie Horton, the youngest man on the American League squad, 22 years old. Willie Horton will be in left field, batting in the #5 spot. From the Boston Red Sox, Felix Mantilla will be at second base. Mantilla batting 6th. From the Cleveland Indians in center field and batting 7th, little Vic Davalillo. Davalillo in center field. Catching for the American League and from the host Minnesota Twins club will be Earl Batty, who received, incidentally, more votes than any other American League player. Batty will be catching and batting 8th. And the starting pitcher today for the American League will be right-hander Milt Pappas of the Baltimore Orioles. Milt will be appearing in his 3rd All-Star game. His record so far in the American League season for 1965 is 9 wins and 3 losses. Well, regarding the National League, I know there's been some anxiety about the condition of the incomparable Willie Mays of the San Francisco Giants, who was hurt in a collision at home plate a few days ago. But to bring us up to date now on Willie's condition and also with the opening lineup for the National League here at Metropolitan Stadium, a fellow with whom it'll be my pleasure to share the microphone this afternoon, the voice of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bob Prince. Bob?
Thank you very much, Herb. Very nice to be aboard with you here at Metropolitan Stadium and beaming this one around the country, and it's going to be a whale of a ball game, no denying that. With regard to Willie Mays, his conversations down on the field, he does not anticipate any hampering. It was an injury that occurred as the result of a collision between Philadelphia Phillies catcher Pat Corrales and Willie Mays, in which Corrales was rendered unconscious. Both were carried off the field on stretchers. Mays is all right. Corrales is coming back very strongly, too. In the background, you can hear some applause as the National League visiting stars are now being introduced to this huge and sellout throng here at Metropolitan Stadium. So for the National League, this is their lineup as selected by Gene Mott, the Philadelphia Phillies manager, who is the manager, of course, of the National League All-Stars. Leading off and playing in center field in his 12th All-Star game, Willie Mays. Batting number 2 and playing right field in his 12th All-Star appearance, Henry Aaron of the Milwaukee Braves. In left field, in his second appearance in All-Star competition, Pittsburgh left fielder Willie Stargell batting third. Batting in the number 4 spot, last year's Rookie of the Year of the National League, third baseman of the Philadelphia Phillies, Richie Allen. Batting fifth from the Milwaukee Braves, catcher Joe Torre. In the 6th spot, and playing at first base, the fabulous Ernie Banks of the Chicago Cubs. Second baseman Pete Rose. In his first appearance in the All-Star, he is of the Cincinnati Reds. The base-stealingest man of all time, Maury Wills of the Los Angeles Dodgers, will bat 8th and play it short. And on the mound, that high-kicking right-handed senor, Juan Marichal of the San Francisco Giants, who has won 14 and lost 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is our national anthem. Seconds for station identification.
This is WGY 810 on the dial, Schenectady. The time is 2 p.m.